folks, and welcome back to Fishing with Den. Well, today we're going to do something completely different. I'm going to talk to you about a new method which one of my friends has devised. Probably you've all heard of the pole feeder, but have you ever heard of the pole sidewinder as a method of bite detection? Well, today we're going to talk to Brad about it. Morning, Brad.
G'day, how's things?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Okay, so you're going to talk us through this new method called the pole sidewinder then?
Yes, I devised this for rivers that flow fairly quick in the first place, so that you know you definitely could fish with a pole and it would stay on the bottom without moving. So I've got a method feeder, or I've got an open end feeder which I can change whenever I like.
So would you use the method feeder on still waters, or would you use that more on rivers, and how would you go about doing the cage feeder? Which would you prefer for which?
I prefer the cage feeder for a lake.
Yeah.
Unless it's really pulling through a lot, which they do.
With the wind on the water.
With the wind on the water, and it moves the bait with a float and all that. But with a cage feeder or a method feeder, you can definitely know that it will not move.
Okay.
So the bait sits in place.
That's fair enough. So the actual sidewinder setup then, I'm just looking at it now, and I can see you've got the normal elastic coming from your pole, and this is a 14 to 16 solid elastic you've got.
That's right.
And then these pole sidewinders, sorry, the sidewinder itself was originally designed to go on rods as a sort of a method of being like a Quivertip, but you've got it on your pole and then you've got it coming back out here. So just show us how you get bite detection with it. Ah, right, okay. So as the fish, if I can just take that, so as the fish gives you a bite, you get a very good indication, and then when it if it's a carp and it tears off,
yeah,
then the whole thing straightens out.
That's right.
But your elastic's free to move out there.
That's right.
Okay, so really then, I mean, it works for carp as well, but I see this as being really good for things like roach and bream, which can be really finicky sometimes.
So sensitive, and the fish don't realise until that elastic tightens up that they caught.
Okay, so it sounds like a great method. Do you want to just show us how you do the thing in practice?
Alright, I'll just bring this out.
Okay, so you've probably got, what, about, is it 10 feet of line on there?
Yes.
And this is what, about 6 feet deep in this pond?
Yes. If you can just roughly find out what depth you've got where you're fishing,
yeah,
and then fish 3 to 4 foot deeper.
Okay.
And you'll see when I put it out why it wants to just be that bit deeper than the actual depth.
So in terms of the terminal tackle then, it's nothing special. You've probably got something like a 14 hook on, using sweet corn as bait, and you've got an inline method feeder on just for the moment. And that was really just to show me for today, was it?
Yes.
So normally on a still water then you would use the cage feeder instead?
Cage feeder instead.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So I usually put the corn inside.
Yep. Yeah, all of this is sort of pretty standard stuff for anyone that's ever used a method feeder, so you know, nothing difficult in this at all, is there?
No, nothing at all.
So as you're shipping out then, obviously if you tried to do that now, that would all be dragging in the water. So how do you stop that from dragging in?
I just use a very heavy duty tie, plastic tie.
Okay.
So, and just hang it round like that.
Okay, and then just connect your pole up. Oh, you've got to twist it slightly to the right or left to stop it from falling off.
Yes, that's right, just to make sure it doesn't come off.
Okay.
And then you just ship it out.
And how far are you fishing out today?
I'm fishing about 11 metres.
Okay. So even if the pole bounces with this method of doing it, you're not going to lose the feeder.
Twist.
Oh yeah, lift up and twist.
And it swings. So I'm just going to send it a bit further out this time.
Okay, so it's a pendulum effect then.
Right.
And then out we go. Okay. So if I try and zoom in on your feeder, sorry, on your pole tip a second.
See how tight it is? So all you do is just move it round
Oh, so you pull the pole slightly to the left or right to put the tension on it,
That's right.
and the amount of tension just depends on how much you move the pole to the left or right, really?
That's right. And let's keep our fingers crossed.
Okay. Well, it's still early in the day, so whether we'll get a bite straight away or not remains to be seen. So we'll come back and revisit this in a short while once we've got the fish going.
With this system as well, even though it's on the left hand side of my pole now, you can also face it the other way if you like, so you can fish in any direction.
That's a handy tip.
So there's no problem.
Yeah, just
You know,
spin your pole through 180 and job done.
you can have it straight up if you can see the sight.
Yeah. Actually, for me, it's actually easier to see straight up. I don't know how that quite affects things, but
It doesn't affect us at all.
oh right, okay.
Yeah.
But I do like that way of doing it. I suppose the problem with this sort of thing though would be if it gets too windy, it wouldn't really work too well. Is that right or no?
Well, it'd have to be really windy because there's that much flex in that tip.
Do you not find though with the pole sort of swinging around in the wind that it creates too many sort of false indications, or are you?
No, not as I found.
Okay,
Especially with my other pole, with it being stiffer,
fair enough.
it works better.
Okay.
Yes.
And I see you've got another set of eyes going on down here from Buster the fishing dog,
Yeah.
who's now
Yeah.
interested in something completely different.
It's lovely. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
definitely wants to go and have a paddle in that water.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that worked well. Now I notice, unlike a lot of carp bites, that was going round and you struck straight away, so
Yeah.
that was really good. So the pole winder actually sort of does curve up when you've got a bite, but it doesn't affect
No.
playing it on the elastic. You're doing my trick. Well done, mate. Well, it definitely works, doesn't it? Great method. Not the biggest fish in the world, but very welcome, eh? And Buster the fishing dog's thinking, oh, there you go, that's for me. What we reckon, about £3? Yeah, nice fish, mate. Well done. Well, mate, well done. That just goes to show that the method works.
Yes. So as I say, because it's really hard fishing anyway here today, but the Sidewinder really works and the fish didn't have any problem at all and just hooked itself.
That's right, the bite indication was spot on, so well done again.
Thank you. I'm glad we did something for you.
Well folks, I think you'll agree that was a pretty unusual way of doing things. As I said at the start, the pole feeder is an accepted way of fishing, but the pole Sidewinder is just a different tweak on the thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, you know the drill. Click the like button if you liked it. If you want to subscribe, you can do that too. And until the next time, bye from me and bye from him.